All right, Justin, I believe we're good.
All right, sweet. Are you able to make me host? Alrighty, welcome everybody. I will hereby call this meeting to order. So starting with order of the day, that will be followed by roll call and then pledges and then executive reports. And then we are appointing a new senator today, hopefully, if the Senate votes on there. Then we'll move to old business with SB 013, Bill to Table for Time Management, followed by new business, SB 014, Bill to Appropriate Funds for Trader Jack's event. And then following that is open forum, advisor comments, announcements, and then lastly, adjournment. All right, let's go ahead and do roll call. Bree.
Here?
Can everybody hear me?
Oh wait, no, I'm not calling attendance. Bree is.
Sorry, I'm so used to that. Sorry.
Oh, no. Sorry, Brianna Locke, Madam Vice President.
Okay. Chris Moore,
Here.
Justice Alvarez,
Here.
Hayden George,
Here.
Ryan Shaw,
Here.
Ella Boynton,
Ella Bolton here.
Jacqueline Martinez,
Here.
Carmen Cervantes,
Here.
Samantha Aguilera,
Here.
Tran,
Here.
Luke Hayes,
I'm here.
Jordan Butt, Jada Stevens,
Here.
Joseph, Egan,
Sorry, yeah, I'm here.
Sue Sudan, Sue Sandy, Udame,
Here.
Io, Colin Stevens,
Here.
Cayenne Alexander, Wester Couch, and Mina,
Here.
Alexandria Davis,
Here.
Jenna Boykin,
Here.
and I will be double checking that with the Zoom report.
Was that everyone?
Yes.
Hey, sorry, I my Zoom just cut off. I'm here, by the way.
All right. Also, Cayenne is here. She typed in the chat. She said, "I'm here. My microphone and camera isn't working."
Okay.
Alrighty, we will now move on to pledges. Let me go ahead and share those real quick. If everybody could unmute yourselves so that we all sound like a major catastrophe, but together, that would be fantastic. Alrighty, beginning with the U.S. pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of
to the
America,
republic
Texas.
and to the republic for which it
one
stands,
nation,
one nation under God,
indivisible.
Under God,
indivisible,
one
with liberty and
with
justice
liberty
for
and
all.
justice for all.
All right. Honor the Texas
Texas
flag.
flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas,
one
one state under God,
Under God,
one and indivisible.
Right, axes up. I promise to strive for
I
personal
promise to strive for
Personal
personal
excellence
excellence in everything I do and live by the 5 root principles of respect, responsibility, caring, unity, and integrity. Axum Jax.
All right. We will now move on to executive reports. Chris, you can start us off.
Justice, could you also make me co-host so I can share my screen real quick?
Yeah, I don't know which one to make co-host, so I'm just going to do it to both.
Do it to the one that's looking at the e-board.
We just did both.
Okay, appreciate it. Okay, well, hello everybody. Hopefully y'all can hear me on Zoom, and it's great to finally have an in-person meeting. This will kind of be a test trial. We're trying to get all the nooks and technical difficulties out of the way for this meeting. But y'all, thank y'all again. So for what I have for y'all is, first off, is the one-on-ones are going great. Thank y'all again for signing up for those. I still would love to hear from y'all for those who haven't signed up, just to get to know where y'all's head at is in the organization, and just also for your mental health as well. We met, Scarlett and I met with Ron Watson, who is the chair of the Environmental Service Fee Committee, and we discussed some things, and we are having plans on moving forward. We are not wasting the $5 per semester that we are paying. We are actually working towards making our campus green. So as we know, last week, we did have a snowpocalypse, and you know, I talked to Bree and also talked with the e-board about it, but I want to make sure that SGA is prepared for certain disasters in the future. So probably next Senate meeting, we'll have I'll bring to y'all a contingency plan or emergency plan for next administration for them to get into. Basically, I want to set aside a lump sum of money and also just a plan just in case for everything going on. On Thursday, there is a campus safety walk with UPD. That's at 5:45. They want us to meet them at the police department on campus. So if you're available, it would be a big help if y'all came to the campus safety walk. Also, our graduate assistant, Amanda West, she sent us some information about a new committee. So the Office of Student Engagement is launching an action committee. This student/staff initiative will work to better incorporate elements of diversity, inclusion, and equity in the programs and activities within. If this is something that y'all are interested in, I'll make sure to send this out to y'all after the meeting today. It's a Microsoft 365 forms for y'all to fill out. So I'll make sure to get that to you. And before I give my final announcement is the members of the week, but after that, I'll be giving my time to Dr. Fry for him to speak. Right now, I'm going to show y'all the members of the week. All right, so before, these members, they really went out of their way. They are active on social media. They are really a great benefit to this organization, and they're continuing to make us proud. So we chose, drum roll please. Lester and Boulay, congratulations. Y'all are amazing. Thank y'all again. Again, y'all know y'all can stop by the office and get a backpack.
Cool, thank you.
So Justice, after that, I would like to give the rest of my time to Dr. Brandon Fry.
Well, good evening, Lumberjacks. Hopefully everyone's doing well. For those of you who haven't had the opportunity to meet yet, either through the interview process or on campus, or because I'm living on campus, I'm meeting in the dining halls, I'm working out at the rec. I've tried to introduce myself to as many students as possible. I'm the newly hired, effective of February 4th, approved by the Board of Regents as the Vice President for Student Affairs. Now, some of y'all might be like, what in the heck is a Vice President for Student Affairs, right? You may remember Dr. Steve Westbrook, who was the Vice President over University Affairs. And then you had Dr. Adam Peck, who was the Dean of Students, who oversaw a lot of the Student Affairs programs. So my role is the role that Dr. Westbrook left as the Vice President. So the Dean of Students, the interim role that Dr. Smith is serving in, reports to me. In a previous life, I'm a recovering Dean of Students. Prior to coming here, I served as about 8.5 years as the Dean of Students at the University of West Florida, which is in Pensacola. Similarly is a regional comprehensive school, similar to SFA, and right at about 13,000 students too. So coming from a very similar institution, big differences being the pine trees and emerald green water. There's not as much emerald green water and white sand beaches here, though within my first 10 days of employment, I never would have thought that I would be covered in East Texas with not once, but a second snow within a month or two period, snowpocalypse 2.0. So along those lines, first and foremost, I want to make sure you all are safe and doing well. If you've got ongoing needs or concerns and issues, please bring those up with Dr. Smith in the Dean of Students office. We've got case management outreach services that can assist. We've got our food pantry and other things that can help you all as you adjust. I know for those of you that live on campus, Residence Life is one of the units that reported to me. I know it wasn't perfect at every time, but I know that for some of your off-campus peers would say, you guys and gals got it a lot better than what we did. On campus, I think we lost power for a couple hours. We had a few outages of course, the biggest issue were the toilets, but we were able to get porta potties in and get those flushed out. Again, uncomfortable, but definitely a story you can tell your children or family members one day about how you survived the snowpocalypse of 2.0 in Nacogdoches, Texas. Myself, I went and did my undergraduate degree at Appalachian State University in the mountains of North Carolina. So snow was quite frequent. So we had to deal and navigate with some of those things too. So I can relate. Like I said, I was on campus too, in the village, dealing and navigating with some of those same issues with toilets and such and whatnot too. I appreciate you all and your resiliency as lumberjacks and the strength that you showed to navigate through this. We worked really hard to try to keep communication flow going, but if there are areas that we can improve, please contact me, your Dean of Students, or Chris, or the rest of the SGA exec, and let us know how we can do a better job. Hopefully, though, everybody is starting to adjust and get back to normal, and hopefully, additionally, your families who may still be navigating in other parts of Texas with this issue, let us know if you have lingering or ongoing issues. That way you can follow up with appropriate services. For those in which this affected you in a fairly traumatic or strong way, we do have counseling services available for our students to help navigate and get through that. Also, the rec center and COVID protocols are up and still running. If you need to get some stress, exercise is medicine. I'm a big advocate of health and wellness. So a good way to go burn off some stress and calories is to utilize our recreation center. Again, I started on February 4th, right before the snowpocalypse, and I've hit the ground running. I've got meetings set up with various stakeholders across campus. I think Chris and I became really close friends and buddies during the process. I think either he or I were texting or calling during the snowstorms on the regular, and hopefully he can give you a report that during the interview I said I was going to be transparent and I want to be visible for students, and hopefully he can attest that I was visible and I was there, because I see as my primary role in the staff that report to me is being the primary advocates for students. When y'all can't be there and present at regent meetings and the student regent's not able to talk, I should be there speaking for your voices. I should be listening to y'all and understand the pulse of campus. So it's important to me. I didn't go into student affairs for the money, but I surely went into it for working with young adults and helping y'all become successful. I've got about 20 years work experience. I worked at the University of Georgia, Appalachian State, Auburn University, and the University of West Florida. So this is the 5th institution I've been at. I can appreciate tradition, and I love tradition, the axes and good things like that. But part of my job is to be a change agent and to help us look and see in how we evolve and grow and think about all our students, how they belong, how we're all lumberjacks together, and how there's a place for everybody. So inclusion, diversity, and those issues are big on my platform. I work closely with Dr. Fields, the CDO. But I'm here just to listen and be here. I would like to be able to attend as many SGA meetings as I can so that I can listen and understand your concerns. And throughout the semester, I talked with ODK this morning at 8 o'clock. I think, Holly, was that right? We're up at, 7. We're up at 7 o'clock this morning, and I'll go till 7:30 tonight. I'm going to go watch our Lady Jack basketball team after this meeting and see them, because again, I want the students, you all, to see me as not just an administrator with a tie and a big purple chair that I sit in. My predecessor was 6'5". I'm 5'9" with cowboy boots, so this chair swallows me whole. But my job is to be visible and to have you all into my office within COVID protocols. I don't want that big blue chair to be like, I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is. So I want to be more visible and for you all to see me. There's things that I'll have to do at a larger level in different board meetings and that, but my focus is always going to be on advocating for your needs and doing what I can to help you and be successful. Chris, thank you, sir, for Mr. President. Thank you for your time. And I didn't know if you had time for questions, but I'm willing to answer any within reason. And I don't want to encroach on your meeting, but I'm willing to answer any questions if that's appropriate, Mr. President.
You are good. I will open the floor for questions if anybody has any right now.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Of course. We may not have questions right now. They might come later.
That's fine. You just met me for the first time. So it's like, I don't know this guy.
Yes. Very nice meeting you. Thank you so much for being here today.
I actually did have a question. What was your alumni? What was your alma mater?
Appalachian State for my undergrad and my master's. That's in Boone, North Carolina. And then my doctorate is from the University of Georgia in Athens.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody else have questions?
Well, I'll let you guys TCB, Axum, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to go get ready to prep for the basketball game. Y'all have a good evening, and I'll see y'all probably in another week for the next meeting. Thank y'all.
Alrighty, thank you for coming out. Alrighty, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Dr. Fry. Moving on to Bree. Do you have any reports for us?
Yes. So in the group me and our students, I posted the.
Well, before you get too far into it, it's a little hard to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit better.
So in the group me, I put the budget, and next meeting I will be going over that in depth. So if you guys have any questions, please look over it. I put it on Teams and in the group me, I believe. It's a little hard to see, but if you zoom in, especially on group me, I think you can like make out the numbers. But again, I'm gonna go over that again next meeting. And I did update the Little Jack points. And if there's any discrepancy, because I went off the sign up Genius, and if you saw our table and you just started tabling with us, please let me know. And I will get to pick Christmas 101s, which were 15 points, and the Black History Month celebration, and I'm gonna update that next week. If you have any food allergies, because I'm planning banquets, please DM me, because I'm in the process of planning the menu. And if you have any specific choices, I did put a banquet food poll in the group me. So if you want Italian food, if you want chicken, if you want specific things, go ahead and put your choice on there. And since I can do this now, I'm going to pass out the budget. And those who are not here can always come to the office and pick them up.
Chris, can you fill us in on what they're doing?
I'm sorry, they're passing out the prizes for the people in the room.
Okay, okay. For the Leader Jack points?
Yeah, for the Leader Jack points.
All right.
I guess I can narrate it. Jessica just got her graduation stole. Scarlett got a button. Riley got a hat and a button. Angelica got a button. Bree is calmly walking back to the.
Fantastic narrations. Oh, wow. Nice. That is the graduation stole. I should be getting one of those actually.
Yes, and they're in the office.
Okay.
And if you guys order one,
She said, if you ordered one, please come by and pick it up.
Alrighty, was that all for Bree's exec reports?
one more thing, my laptop over here, it will be used for questions, pros, and cons. So just line up and wait for Justice to call you in person. And that's all.
She said that's all.
Okay, great. Sweet. Thank you, Bree. Moving on, we will go to Mr. Sargent. Do you have any updates for us?
No update.
All right, just do your office hours.
Yeah.
Okay, I will now let Chief Justice share any reports that he may have.
So we do have our appeals meeting tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So as usual, if anybody is interested in that, just let me know. Anybody's welcome to come and see how that works. But other than that, nothing for me.
Already. Lastly is me. So we are going to be having a social this Friday. Last social didn't work out. Snowpocalypse. We can thank that. But we are planning on playing some volleyball at the rec. Depending on weather, it could be inside or outside. I will let you know as it gets closer. The sand could be wet. And I think it's forecasted to rain possibly. So we'll be keeping an eye out on weather, but regardless, we will have a social this weekend. Or not this weekend, it's Friday, 5:30 Friday. Be there. Yeah. All right, that is it for my, oh, just kidding, I have one more thing. So there is an SGA interest meeting tomorrow. I don't know if Chris already mentioned this or not, but if not, I'm going to do it again. This is for anybody who is running in the SGA election this spring. So I believe it is college senators. So if you currently represent a college, like the College of Science and Math, College of Liberal Arts, College of Business, then you do have to apply to run in this election and then be reelected to stay as an SGA member. If something happens and you aren't reelected, then you can fill out a vacancy application and join SGA again that way. If you were just elected in the fall elections, you were good. You don't have to worry about your position. You don't have to apply for anything. But if you are going to be running in this upcoming election, the interest meeting is tomorrow. We will talk about each of the positions, and we will also talk a little bit about how the elections work. Yeah, so be there. It'll be on Zoom. I will send out the link to the meeting right after this meeting. Chris, did I leave out anything important?
the time.
Justice, I do have a correction. Our appeals meeting is on Friday at 1, not tomorrow.
Wait, what's up? Oh, okay.
Yeah, our appeals meeting is on Friday.
All right. Okay, so that concludes exec reports. I might as well release the justices. Justices, you are free to go. Have your own meeting on your own time. Adios. Have a good night. Alrighty, moving on. We have an appointment today, possibly. So here with us today, we have Brianna Timmons. She has previously been.
Hi.
Yeah, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Brianna Timmons. I'm actually a former member of SGA and a former chair of the Civil Affairs chair. And I took a semester off of SGA because I actually took a semester from the university altogether due to some medical things and some other stuff that I had going on. But I am back and I'm better, and I'm super, super passionate about SGA. And I'm just really looking forward to just getting back involved and, you know, really just pouring my heart and spirit back into SGA as I was before.
All right, thank you. I will open the floor to questions, pros, and cons, so we can ask Bree any questions that we want to ask her before voting.
Not all at once.
I'll ask a question. So what originally made you want to become involved in SGA? I know you said previously you were involved, but what kind of sparked your love for it in the beginning? And then, I apologize, that is my dog. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Worst timing ever. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So
Sparky. Oh my gosh. What timing? So what sparked your original love for SGA, and what makes you want to return?
Yeah, so I'll say my original interest in SGA was actually that one of my best friends was the former vice president. Now my other best friend is the vice president of the organization. But before they just always spoke about SGA so highly and always had something to say after, you know, a long day, and how SGA just kind of brought them this comfort. So I think that made me really want to start SGA. But what helped me stay was definitely like the fact that it makes change in every organization. Like, I feel like with SGA, you're touching a little bit of everybody. At first, I was joining this organization and that organization, but with SGA, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of everything. And I'm able to help Greek life. I'm able to help, you know, senators who are, you know, in their colleges. I'm able to help individuals who are in the agriculture club and the anime club. And I just think that's so cool to be able to really reach so many different organizations and students in different ways. So I think that's what made me stay. And what made me come back is that I feel like I put in so much effort and so much work into SGA, I would have never left. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for, you know, me having to leave in general, I would have never even left. My face would still be up on that, you know, website, just saying. Just wasn't enrolled at the time. So I think that's what made me come back, is that I never wanted to leave.
All right, do we have any more questions? Pros or cons? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to create a breakout room just for you, Bree.
Okay.
And then we will vote on you joining the Senate, and I'll bring you back in and tell you the results. Hopefully they're happy.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, I kind of opened that for everyone, I think. I just named it after you, so if you could go ahead and join that breakout room.
Okay. Sorry, trying to figure it out.
Okay, you're good. Take your time. already. I think she's out of here. Okay. All in favor of, or do we want to deliberate before I can open the floor to questions, pros and cons, or anything y'all want to share about her?
I'll give a pro. I think she made a really great point of how she wanted to like stay in SGA, and like due to circumstances she couldn't control, she had to leave. So I think since she's already a member and she obviously shows that love for SGA, I think it's an obvious choice to have her back.
Any more pros or cons?
So, well, I'm a little biased because she is one of my best friends, but as far as her working at SGA, she's a dedicated committee. She's a dedicated committee chair. Before that, she was a dedicated committee person, so she's on the committee. She was always there when I needed something. She was there when other people needed things. And furthermore, she is great at fostering leadership, which is one, if you look up our purpose on online, that's one of our purposes is to foster leadership. And like for example, she made Chris the co-chair of her committee, and she's always stood to help out people and show them the way because she is an experienced member of SGA.
All right. Any more pros or cons?
Pro. I think she is a very like high-spirited person, if I can say that, if there's any statement like that. So I like that about her because I feel that she's gonna like bring life, into the SGA.
Yeah, I agree. She seems to have some good energy that we need.
Of course. Any more pros or cons? All right, seeing none, we will move to vote. In the audience, you can raise your hand for yes currently. If you are joining online, then type yes, no, or abstain in the chat. So audience members up there in person, raise your hand for yes.
It is a unanimous yes in the room.
All right, sweet. Close the chat. There we go. All right, I'm going to close the breakout room, bring her back in, and tell her the result. Alrighty, Bree, the ruling of the chair is that the yeses have it, and you are officially a graduate senator. Oh,
I want to, my family, my friends, thank you so much. No, I'm just kidding.
I love that we have an actual applause from the people.
I know, it sounded so official.
No, it really did. Fantastic. All right, Chris, it is your turn to swear her in.
All right, Bree, are you ready? Bree, can you hear me?
I'm ready.
Okay. This is kind of weird. This person.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, gotcha. All right, raise your right axe.
Yeah, can you hear me though?
Yes.
Okay, my right axe is raised.
Awesome, and repeat after me. I state your name.
Okay. I, Brianna Timmons,
Do hereby swear to uphold
do swear by to uphold
the governing documents of the Student Government Association, Stephen F. Austin State University, the state of Texas, and the United States of America. Action Jacks.
Axum Jacks. That's so. Thanks so much.
Congratulations. We're glad to have you here. Okay, so moving on, we will move to old business, starting with SB 013, Bill to Table for Time Management. Let me share that real quick. Is it showing the pledges or is it showing? Okay, there it is.
Yeah, I'll point to it. We're going to have to not see it. Just, yeah, go on. So, bill to table for time management.
Ooh, is there any way to speak up or bring the mic closer? It's a little bit hard to hear you.
Bill to table for time management, written and submitted by Walter Royman, College of Liberal Arts Center, through Academic Affairs Committee, presented by Walter Royman, College of Liberal Arts Center. Whereas the Student Government Association, SGA, follows the SFA root principle of caring and responsibility, whereas the college students tend to struggle with time management in their daily lives. Whereas COVID-19 has increased the need for good time management skills. Whereas SGA has the responsibility to enlighten the student body about the ability to manage their time during the current spring semester of 2021 and any further semesters. Whereas SGA also has the responsibility to explain how managing time will not only help students keep track of their time, but also help ease their stress. Enacted, SGA shall hand out infographics about time management. Further enacted, SGA shall hand out infographics and pocket planners by Surf and Steve on Tuesday, March 16, 2021 at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Further enacted, SGA shall allocate a total of 400 to purchase pocket planners to hand out at the table. Further enacted, all unused funds shall be returned to the SGA budget. Can I have an extra minute to explain?
Yes, you may.
Okay, so the reason we made up to 400 was because we're going with 4 imprint, and that's the current price. But in case the price goes up for when we add the SGA logo to the planners, that's why we have the extra 400, so we have money left over to give back. And the reason why I chose the date is because that is when the 8-week courses start over again, so people can manage their time to go to those classes. And I yield my time for questions.
All right, I now open the floor to questions, pros, and cons. Yes, Senator Martinez.
I think this is a really good idea. I know, especially like my first year at college, it was kind of difficult for me to like figure everything out. So I think this would be very helpful to like a lot of students, and I really like this.
I accidentally muted. Yeah, okay, Chris got it. I was trying to mute myself and then the camera switched. Senator Stevens.
So I think that it's a pro. Obviously everybody could use some assistance with time management, but I really like how you guys targeted that date for tabling, specifically for when those 8-week semester starts, because for our students, for us, this is like a new thing. This is the first time that 8-week courses have been as big as they are. So most definitely a thumbs up on that target date.
Are there any more questions, pros, or cons?
Yes, there's a question.
Okay.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I think this is a pro.
It's a little squeaky.
Okay. I said that I think that this is.
It is very difficult to set up a hybrid Zoom meeting. Just saying, like microphones.
I think this is a pro. I really do think that students are going to be like attracted to come to the table, especially because it's going to be able for them to like hear about it, for you to get exposure, and then also what you do.
All right, are there any more questions, pros or cons?
Question. Oh, yes, do you guys have a sign-up genius or anything for those 4 hours for tabling?
I will type that Excel up after today.
Point of information, we usually table from 11 to 1 because there's more traffic. I don't know how much more traffic you're gonna get within that hour. So if you think it's more manageable to do 11 to 1 compared to 10 to 1, you can amend that.
Yeah, that can be manageable.
Friendly limit to amend the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Sorry. Yes. I accept the friendly amendment.
Was that the only change?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any more questions, pros or cons? I'm trying to adjust my chat. Alrighty, seeing none, we will move to vote. Everybody online, type your vote in the chat. And then Chris, tell me how they vote in there. Raise your hand for yes.
Just
All right.
It's a unanimous yes in the
unanimous yes. Sweet. Yes, no abstain in the chat for everybody online. I'm gonna stop the share. Alrighty, the ruling of the chair is that the yeses have it and this bill is passed. Congratulations. All right, moving on to new business. We have SB 014, bill to appropriate funds for Trader Jack's event.
Bill to appropriate funds for Trader Jack's event, written and submitted by Brianna Locke, student body vice president, and presented by Brianna Locke, student body vice president, whereas Student Government Association, SGA, is an organization that serves as the voice and representation of the student body. Whereas SGA is an organization that supports our fellow lumberjacks and invests in the growth and development of our students. Whereas SGA promotes entrepreneurship amongst our students and the growth of our Nacogdoches community. Whereas Trader Jacks is an event in which student entrepreneurs can display their talents, promote their businesses, and sell their crafts. Enacted. SGA will host Trader Jacks, an event for Stephen F. Austin State University, SFA, SU, students, alumni, staff, and the Nacogdoches community to showcase their businesses. Further enacted, this event shall take place April 15th, 2021, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Reggae Street. Further enacted, SGA shall allocate a total of $500 for the necessary PPE, tables, food trucks, and at this food truck reservations at this event. Further enacted, proper CDC guidelines will be presented throughout this event. Further enacted, all unused funds will remain in the SGA budget. May I have a moment?
Yes,
Okay, so for the last enacted, thing change it to unused funds.
wait, hold on. What am I changing?
The last enacted, it says all used funds. I wanted to say unused. Okay. So scroll down, please. Okay, so this is the budget breakdown. So far, I've contacted Seville, who is the assistant director of Greek Life, and he has a barbecue food truck. His setup fee for him to come out and bring the truck out is going to be $150. Also, he's an alumni, and he is faculty, and this is what he does. This is his business, so this is the purpose of this event. And then we have purple masks, that's part of the PPE. So for $150, that's about $40. The table reservation, I believe, how much is the table? $4 per table, and that's for 20 tables. And then buffer for supplies for hospitality truck. I did reach out to the hospitality truck. And this was before the snowpocalypse. They haven't reached back out to me, and I'm going to try to reach back out to them again. This is a food truck that the students run, and it's for the culinary students. And again, it's all about supporting student businesses, student entrepreneurship. So I would really like them to attend the event. Promotional materials, and etc. And then the lump sum would be $500. Again, if there's any unused funds, it will remain in the SGA budget. So down. Okay. So first we have to solicit the student entrepreneurs. So if this passes tonight, we're gonna promote this Google form for them to sign up. And these are the questions that are going to be on the Google form. It's your full name of your business, phone number, SFA email, so we can be in contact. And then just more things like that, what foods or services we'll be offering, getting electricity, and so on and so forth. I do mention at the end that you read the SFA COVID guidelines, because we do want to enforce this at this event. We do not want this to be a super spreader event. And we're going to have to proper PPE. Also, we're getting a poster with the Jack Stay 6 feet back sign, so that'll be presented throughout the event. Also, another thing, if there are selling food, it must be individually wrapped, so we give them that notification. If somebody comes with cupcakes that are not individually wrapped, they have to leave, because that's not according to the CDC guidelines. All right, here's the flyer we're going to post. And this is again to solicit student entrepreneurs. So at first, the date's going to say April 9th. And then we're probably going to extend it, because for students who procrastinate and do things last minute, we're going to extend it to April 13th. Is that all?
Was that all?
Yes.
All right. I now open the floor to questions, pros, and cons. Yes, Mr. President.
Yes. Can I go ahead and edit that date to today's date, because it was supposed to be presented during the snowpocalypse? Can we change the 17th to the 23rd? No, the date at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, are there any questions, pros or cons? Yes, Mr. President.
Pro, I would like to give a pro because our previous vice president, Kat, initiated this, and we weren't able to complete it last year because that was the peak of COVID-19. And so now it's on to the new vice president, and I know she'll do a good job of putting on the event. It's also a great way to have our students interact with each other while promoting their business as well. So I give a huge pro to this piece of legislation.
Senator Timmons.
My question is actually to ask if this event has to be for students only to like trade goods or so. I know it said it on there, but
For students, alumni.
can barely see it.
It's for students, alumni, staff, and the Nacogdoches community.
Yeah, that answers the question. I also had a pro, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
I would say a pro of this is that I have seen this event go well, like something similar to this. And I just think it's really cool to be able to connect with small businesses and to support those small businesses and help them thrive, especially during this pandemic when people are struggling financially.
Are there any more questions, pros or cons? All right, seeing none, we will move to vote. All in favor, yes, or raise your hand, whichever. All opposed, no, in chat. Or abstain.
Yes, in the room.
Let's stop this share. I don't know why, but whenever I share my screen, I can't access the chat. All right, how is the vote in the room up there?
Everyone voted yes.
All right. Well, then the ruling of the chair is that the yeses have it and this bill is passed. Congratulations. All right, that concludes old business and new business. So we will now move to open forum. I believe there is something that is going to be presented in open forum. Was it Jessica or Cayenne presenting? It could also be a next week thing. I don't know. I was sent a resolution. Cayenne, are you there?
They're gonna do it next week or 2 weeks from now.
Okay, okay, that's fine. All right, does anybody else have anything for open forum? All right, I suppose not. So we will now move to advisor comments. Dr. Holly Smith, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say hi. We are going to hopefully this month at some point go ahead and release an application for Mr. and Miss SFA. So we weren't exactly sure how we were going to make that work this year, but we just decided today. So I wanted to kind of get the word out to start looking for applications if you qualify and are interested in that special award. That I believe is all I have. Y'all are doing a great job.
Thank you, Dr. Holly Smith. All right, moving on, we have announcements. Does anybody have anything they would like to share with everyone?
Hi. So the HASA came in, as you've seen, I've handed out hats. For the lumberjack prizes, and then these pullovers have been ordered, and now we're also going to get these. So we have portfolios as well.
Ooh, fancy.
And it says student first always, and it's really nice and professional. And I'm excited. So the only thing left to order is the rain jacket, and I will be putting an announcement in the group team telling you guys like who qualifies for what classes when you guys can come pick it up from the office. And please remember to vote in that group link poll about the basic food. And that's all I have.
Any other announcements?
Yes, I have one. So there's actually a game going on right now. Our Lumberjack lady women's basketball is playing their final home game. So if y'all want to make y'all's way to the Coliseum, it's pink out. So they would love SGA support. If y'all are not busy and y'all have some free time, let's go up there and show our support to our Lumberjack women's basketball team.
I have a quick question. When is the banquet?
It will be our last meeting. So our last Senate meeting, I believe it is the Wednesday before Dead Week.
Yeah, so it's April 21st.
Okay, thank you.
And it will be, I believe, during regular meeting time. Is that right?
It will be from 6 to 7:30, so just
Okay.
about 30 minutes, and it is mandatory. So please come.
All right. Any more announcements? All right. Moving on from announcements, we have adjournment, but I can't do that myself. I would like to entertain a motion to adjourn. This is not me making the motion. All right. So Senator Timmons has made a motion to adjourn. It needs a second.
I second
that motion.
Okay. It is seconded by Senator Davis. All in favor, type yes in the chat. All opposed, no in the chat. And if there are any abstentions, put it in the chat. And then people in there, raise your or thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no, and then like do that or something for abstain. Ella can't vote, but she says no anyway. I figured I'd expose her. How does the vote in the room, Chris?
Unanimous.
Unanimous yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. The ruling of the chair is that the yeses have it, and this meeting is adjourned. All right. Thank you, guys. We got some great bills passed today. We'll have a great resolution passed next week. So I will see you guys then.